Alright, hey guys, Bill here. Thought it'd be a good idea to make a video on how our end zone worked, just in case people are still confused, or if you just need a refresher in case you forget what to do in certain situations. But anyways, here we go. Say we're in the most basic, or the most common end zone scenario, right? The disc's in the center, and there's a force flick, okay? First throw, say I have the disc, is first throw I want to make is this throw right here to the slot, this IO flick right here. If I can't get that throw off for whatever reason, I'm going to turn around and look at my dump, okay? And the dump, he can go break side, and I'm going to feed the disc to him. And now the slot, since he already has a step on his defender, he's going to make this cut right here. As soon as the dump receives the disc, he's going to cut, and ideally we should score, right, for the nice break side throw. Okay. And now the dump, he can go open side, right? And I'm going to feed him the disc here, and since I have the step on my defender, I'm going to go up line and score over here for the nice up line score. Okay. Now, what gets confusing is what happens if the dump can't get the disc, right, for whatever reason. Then what happens now is that the dump, he needs to clear all the way to the back of the stack, and now the slot, he fills in, right, and I'm going to feed him the disc wherever I can, right, and once I feed him the disc, I'm going to go up line, because I fed him on the open side, and I go up line, and hopefully I can score right here. Okay, and all right, and if the same thing applies, if the dump went open side, right, can't get the disc, then he clears all the way to the back of the stack. The slot fills in now. I'm gonna feed him the disc to the break side, and now the slot, the new slot, he was behind the original slot, he's going to cut break side as soon as the original slot gets the disc, and hopefully he scores. Okay? Hope you guys are still with me. And basically, if we can't get the throw off for whatever reason, then we just need to cycle through again and again until we score eventually. Eventually we'll score. All right. The other situation that happens a lot of the time is, hey, what if the dump gets the disc, right? I feed him the disc, but for whatever reason, this throw isn't there, all right? The slot cuts break side, but he can't get the disc. Then what happens now is that the slot, he needs to clear all the way back to the end of the stack, okay? And now the dump, who has the disc now, he's going to pass back to the original handler, okay? And then as he passes to the original handler on the open side, right? Since he's on the open side, then he's going to cut up line and score. Okay? Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody there, but yeah, that's the most common situation, or that's what you should do in case that happens. Okay, and let's talk about if the dump goes open side, gets the disc, all right, and I go up line, I don't get the disc, then there needs to be a new dump now, right? So the slot fills in, okay, he gets it on the break side, and the slot, all right, makes his move to the break side and scores. All right, yeah, hopefully that covers everything about the center, when the disc is in the center. All right. Okay. So All right, now let's talk about what happens when the disc is on the sideline. And at first, it may seem kind of tricky, right? Because we have less space to deal with. But actually, I think it's a little bit easier than center set, and here's why. Okay, so here's how it's lined up. This right here, it's a force sideline. Okay, my dump is now aligned parallel with me. Okay, and the stack is kind of aligned in a diagonal to just create space. And here's what I do. Okay, so I'm gonna look at my dump, and he has two options. Okay, he can go upline, right, and hopefully we score like that, or I can swing to him, and if he gets the swing off, then it should be an easy. Everybody here, all right, since they have a step on the defender, one of you guys should be able to score right here on the break side. Right, it's very hard to stop that throw from happening. But anyways, what happens most of the time is that I can't get the swing off, and then he goes upline. If I can't get the throw off to him, then what happens now is that the slot, he's gonna fill in. Okay, he's gonna be the new dump, and he has the same two options as the original dump. All right, he can get the swing, or he can go upline. All right, and you basically just cycle back through and through until one of us is able to get this swing off or catch for the upline score. All right. Yeah, and while this is happening, the guy who has this right in the middle, he doesn't really move at all. Okay, he just stays there the whole time and facilitates the whole offense. Okay, so to recap, okay, the dump goes upline. Okay, he doesn't get it, then the slot needs to go down, fill in, tries to get a swing. If he doesn't get the swing, then he goes upline again. Tries to get the upline. He doesn't get the upline. Then the next guy in line, the new slot, he just fills in and does the same thing as everybody else. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. The last situation I want to talk about is what happens if the force on the sideline is not force sideline but force middle. And in this case, it's a little bit trickier, but it's still not as bad. Okay, all right, here we go. So I'm on the sideline right again. It's kind of similar to the last situation where it's four sidelines. So say I still want to get the swing off, right? But instead of the guys in the stack who cuts break side, since there's already a defender right there, then if I get the swing off, then the handler, all right, in this case it's me, I'm gonna go upline, okay, try to score, okay, and if for whatever reason I can't get this upline throw, okay, I go to the back of the stack, and then the slot needs to fill in, okay. And now it basically becomes a center set end zone scenario, right? Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. All right. What happens most of the time is that, anyways, the dump, he's going to go upline, okay? And try to get the score here. And if that can't happen, then the slot now needs to fill in, okay? And my goal is to try to swing it so I can go upline. And if that can't happen, then I'm just gonna try to hit him upline. Okay. All right. Hopefully that explained everything. Yeah, the last thing I want to talk about is the whole goal of the end zone is to increase our chances of scoring, right? We want to get organized, and everybody needs to have a role so that we don't get cluttered or disorganized and then turn it over, right? Which is the last thing we want. So I want to mention that if in this situation, when we're in the center, these four guys right here, right? Even though they're not really part of the play, what I used to do, or what I still do a lot of the times, if I'm in the back of the stack and my guy is, not paying attention or whatever because he's not expecting the throw to go off, then I'm just going to cut right here to the open side, all right, and score. Which, that happens a lot of the time. Okay. And, oh, yeah, and if for whatever you have the disc and the stall count gets way too high, right, then, as a last resort, then just throw a hammer over here, all right, to the break side, and hopefully one of us will make a play on it and we'll score. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that helped. Yeah. Thanks for watching.